We are now unmuted. Let's see if people can hear us. Yeah, people can hear us, but now I've lost the game capture.
People can hear us,
it's
but
not
they
on
can't
top.
see.
Hang on, there we go. They can see the capture now. It's fine.
Yeah. They can see us and they can hear us.
That's true. Hello,
They-
everyone.
Well, I unmuted for a minute, and yep, they can hear us.
Fabulous. Well, we'll just give it a minute. This is going to be fun. We've got about an hour or so on this. This is going to be a little gaming quiz thing. And the beauty of it is you can play along. Yes, you, anyone. You can also not, but you should. It'll be a lot of fun if you just look at the... Wait, can they see the thing yet?
Can they see what?
The game capture.
Yes. As you'd expect, as I said.
So exactly. So go partyconnect.fun/209. Get in here and come out to some questions about games. There's old games, there's new games, there's some pretty tragic games, but there's also some quite good games as well. Eris Square
Sounds
no idea.
Sounds hype. But who are you, Smaclosa?
I wouldn't know. I don't know. I'm hiding behind the quiz. I do some quiz writing, I do some quiz hosting, I do some game playing, I do a little bit of whatever, and I'm going to be hosting this, and we're going to have a lot of fun. But who are you, voice asking me who I am?
Hello. I am Tostito. I am a big quizzer, big video game trivia expert. Some people do call me the Dr. Quizmaster Stoat. So I am here co-hosting, probably lecturing Smaclosa on factual inaccuracies in the questions. I don't know. We'll see.
It's going to be good fun. We're going to have some typos. I'm sure we're going to have a lot of stuff going on, but it's going to kind of be nice. Because of the nature of the way this quiz works, some of the questions do not have strictly correct or wrong answers. You might find a question where the answer could be any game that was released in 2006. And so because of that, right now we have however many players we have. And if I have to go and look up every single answer that I don't recognize, that's going to be time that would be dead air. So Toasty's on hand to, again, lecture me for things, probably for including questions that are so vague. But yes, we will get started in just a couple of minutes. You can join at any point. You can join now. You can join in 2 minutes. You can join when we're halfway through. But you may as well join now. You might win. And I mean, if Reddit's taught me anything, it's that internet points are like the most important thing. So you should definitely get in here as early as you can. And we're going to have some fun. But yes, we will get explaining the format in just a minute. Don't worry. This is in some ways significantly easier than a normal quiz. It doesn't rely massively hard on insane knowledge. But it's just a bit of a laugh. It's just a little bit of fun to ease us into the final evening of Jingle Jam. I hope. It might be really stressful and tense.
Worth saying,
shouting at each other.
If you are joining and playing on Party Connect, do not forget you can also have the Twitch stream open if you want to hear my voice and the voice of Star, who will be reading donations throughout. Because I believe if you have only the Party Connect window open, you will only hear Smack.
Oh yes, this is a very good point, Toasty. There's people that are playing and not in the Twitch who think I'm talking to myself, probably because they're used to that kind of thing. But yes, if you are just sat in the Party Connect and you don't have the Twitch open, there are two lovely people here. There are Staratar and Toasty. If you go to twitch.tv/ESA Marathon, or if you're particularly bougie, you could do /ESA Marathon 2 for some reason. And you will get to hear fabulous co-host, fabulous reader, and everyone will be here. And yeah, I mean, any people to dilute it just being me talking to myself probably is going to help you get through the next hour. So I would do that. Come and say hello. There's a lot of viewers. How many? Oh, that's a big number. I shouldn't have looked at that. But yes, come and hang out in the Twitch, and it's going to be good fun. It's going to be good fun. I don't want to see any answers typed in Twitch chat. I'm going to kick off if you come and type in the little box. Score some points. Someone's just signed up with the name ESA, like the whole thing.
Legend. How many players you got so far?
Oh god, how many is it? It's 20 something, 21, which I can deal with that. I feel like many more above that is when I start to sweat, but I think 21 we're all good. We should have asked someone to drop, like someone who was a mod, to drop the link in the Twitch chat, shouldn't we? But in fact, we still can, right? I don't know who's modded on the channel.
Eris is VIP. Should be able to drop. Eris
the goat.
Zoton as well? Zoton is definitely. Yes,
Zoton's
VIP
definitely.
should be able to post.
Whoa, look at that.
Nice.
And just because we're asking questions does not mean that we don't want to hear donations as well. I would love nothing more than the questions to be interrupted by some lovely donation messages from you guys this afternoon.
Starter, have you just signed, joined Party Connect?
Yes.
Okay. I don't think that's you, that person, but I'm gonna accept the name anyway.
What is the name?
I'll
I
send
do
you a
not show
screenshot.
the sign then. I'm gonna open this
Right.
in a private tab.
Yeah.
I'm Staratar. No, I'm Staratar. All right, people can join partway through, so don't worry if we start off and you have missed the beginning. People can join any point. You'll have the link there the whole time. So should we get the show on the road?
I think we should. It's still got people sort of slowly trickling in LMA, but I think we're pretty much good. Startar 2 has just joined, which is, that's like last days of Rome, right? So I think, yes, we should get going. Yeah, I think this is going to be fine. The Zoton's about to have a fit. Hang on. Can we get Zoton's attention in some way? Zoton is not anticipating there being audio. And he's
Hi, you have my
Hi,
attention.
Zoton.
I'm listening to the stream just to check the
Okay,
audio,
fine.
but
Fine,
What-
yeah,
what-
that's
what's
what I was
the-
gonna say. So during rounds when we shouldn't really be speaking, there'll be sort of ambient music. There's going to be a theme playing in a second. In between rounds when we're giving answers and talking about stuff, it's going to be fine. But yeah, I didn't want you to hear that be really loud and have it not be balanced. But this intro is quite loud, but you'll be fine. Right, let's get.
I might have to balance it, but if I have to balance it, I'll have to
You'll
do
be
it
fine.
while
I
it's
trust
going.
you. Superb. Right, let's get going.
Everyone who's playing it comes up on their screen anyway, so don't worry.
Exactly. Right, fabulous. So let's get going. The opening
I'll just
theme.
be listening to the stream so I can balance.
Hello, and now officially properly welcome to Party Connect. This is an interactive live stream quiz show where you can team up with your friends, or better still, compete with your friends, guessing what connects apparently random things. My name is Smaclosa, and I'll be your host for the next 45 minutes or so. This will be specifically, of course, a gaming-focused one because we are streaming on the ESA channel for Jingle Jam, which has been a 2-week initiative raising money for a bunch of amazing charities, including Autistica and Make-A-Wish International. It's a fantastic cause, which we'll talk about a little bit closer towards the end. But if you're not, you should come and hang out at twitch.tv/ESA Marathon to get the full experience with my lovely 2 co-hosts. And there's all sorts of viewer things you can do there. You can also find out how to donate and get to the amazing Jingle Jam bundles, which includes 15 game keys for some banging games and also some great things like discounts on other stores. If you are just watching on ESA Marathon right now and you want to join in, if you go to partyconnect.fun/209, as is there at the bottom of the stream, it may be in chat if someone's spamming it. I hope they are, but I don't know. I think I'm relying on Eris for that. Welcome to everyone who's joined so far. We've got a pretty nice amount of players. We've got the GOATs, of course, Pipsqueak, Eris, SquarePants, Savo, and so on. Looking pretty good. And we'll just accept that. And just a reminder, of course, if you get all excited, please don't write any of the answers in the chat because you'll just be giving other people more points. And what are you here for if not to beat other people? You don't want to be helping them. Being nice. But anyway, fabulous. Let's get started with the introduction, at least of round 1. We'll talk about how it works a bit, and yeah, you'll get the hang of it. It's pretty simple once you see it visualized. So round 1 is the connections round. You'll be seeing up to 4 apparently random clues, and all that I need you to do is to tell me what connects them before the time runs out. So you see 1 clue and you get 5 points. The fewer clues that you answer in, the more points you get, they appear much more slowly than that. I think it's once every 15 seconds or so. So, yep, if you see it and you have an idea what the connection might be, go for it. With some of these, it may well be that you don't know it after 1 or 2 or even 3. It's better to just wait. You can only submit the one answer. So, there's no problem with just sort of waiting and seeing. It might all be games that came out in a certain year. It might be games with a shared protagonist name or something like that. But yes, you'll work it out. You'll work it out pretty quickly, I'm sure. And if not, well, oh God, sorry. But yes,
it could even be a little more cryptic. It could even be a little more cryptic. Like, what's this example, Smack?
Modes of transport, apparently.
Yeah,
which
because
still, there's a lot of things going on there. I take issue with this. I take issue with the example, but don't worry.
No, because like, if to remove dirty dishes as an action, you can call that bus. You'd be bussing. A smooth and even surface is a plane.
That's yellow card.
Sending for delivery is shipping. Oh no, my first yellow card live on stream. Right, I'll be quiet.
Okay, well, right. Anyway, I think we went through the format decently. Otherwise, Toasty can tell us more about busing, but we'll wait till after the quiz. And I think we should get going with the first of the connection questions. And so, as always, whenever we do these, the first question is the bird question. Please tell me, what is the connection between these 4 clues? Here is the first. Just type it in the chat and hit enter when you're all ready. Okay. So that's all of those marked and all the answers in. I feel like this is a pretty good one to sort of explain what's going on. A few people were led astray, I think, by obviously Johnny Silverhand is in Cyberpunk. Had a few people come straight in for that. That's not what this is. Sheva Alomar is your co-op partner in Resident Evil 5, which is the next run. Soda Popinski, of course, from Punch-Out. And Link until Twilight Princess. Toasty, what might have changed about Link at Twilight Princess and why?
He became like me.
What does that mean?
Not taking the bait there. He became left-handed.
Indeed, or
oh well, he
didn't.
Was right-handed. Sorry, he was right-handed. Well, he was right-handed in the GameCube version, and they had to. Sorry, he was left-handed, which he canonically is and always has been throughout the GameCube version, and then they switched it around for the Wii because most of you people out there are right-handed.
Indeed. Yes, Link always was canonically a lefty, apparently because Miyamoto is a lefty. And then in Twilight Princess, at least on the Wii, when they shoveled in all of the, of course, motion controls and things, they realized most people do things with their right hands, including video games as one of those things. And so they had to make him a righty. But yes, indeed, these are all left-handed, indeed, sinister characters. Mm-hmm. Very, very well done if you got that. And we'll move.
And do you know how they actually made him a righty?
Sent into a Victorian school. Tell me.
No, rather than remodel anything, the easiest solution, they mirrored the entire game. So the entire game is mirrored on the Wii compared to the GameCube.
Fantastic. That's amazing. Wonderful. And Saber Riders dropped that ball knowledge in chat as well. What a goat. Superb. Right. And they'll go into question 2, the fish question. Exact same thing. Be wary not to take the Johnny Silverhand bait again, but please tell me what might connect these 4 clues. Here is the first. Okay, fabulous. Fabulous. Much better pickup there. I think we're getting there. So I've been a little bit generous on this. Basically, if you've given me an answer that's steering you anywhere towards Mortal Kombat, I've taken it. There is something very specific going on here. In that these are pairs of characters. So Jade and Reptar are two different characters, and those two characters in particular are both green. Tanya and Scorpion are both ninjas, and they are both yellow, and so on. Melina and Rain are the two ninjas who are purple, and yep, that's what it specifically was. It's pairs of the ninjas in Mortal Kombat. Chameleon with a K, I believe, this might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure she's only in the N64 version of Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Very, very, very limited run out for her. But yes, very, very well done. A bunch of people picking that up. Superbly, superbly done. And we'll jump straight in to the Ziggurat question. Oh, Pip, I will go back and check that during the next question. It's giving me a red exclamation mark, probably because it knows I did it wrong. But I will start the next question and I'll go back and mark yours and give you that point. As always with these clues, please tell me what connects these 4 clues. Here is the first. And there we go. That is the end of that question, and a lot of nice early pickup on this. I'm actually quite impressed. I demoed a couple of these questions with a few of my sort of quizzer friends who game, and this fell flat, or at least went quite late. The key to unlocking this question, I think, is the years. A game called Mortal Kombat didn't come out in 1995. A game called Sonic the Hedgehog 3 certainly did not come out in 2024. And as a lot of you have correctly said, these are movies with these names and their Rotten Tomatoes score. If you've steered anything towards, I mean, you've pretty much all said movies and Rotten Tomatoes. So very, very nicely picked up there. And yeah, a lot of points going out there for that one. So very, very well done. And we'll clear that off. And already back into the sun question. Please tell me what is the connection between these clues. Here is the first. Okay, so some interesting answers here. Also, I just someone apparently in chat said that I should read the funniest wrong answers that we get. I mean, yes, absolutely. I'm wary of it turning into making fun of someone, but I will say that someone came in after all 4 clues and just typed WTF, which is fair enough, I think. But yes, a lot of fun things here. Some people said sort of missing items from Minecraft trailers. Someone said Zelda items, and giving a little bit of side eye for that one. But Toasty Stoat, what are these things?
These are the principles with which I live my life. No, they
Indeed.
are things that have been in Minecraft that are no longer in Minecraft.
Indeed. I've been fairly generous there. If you've steered towards Minecraft, I think you pretty much got away with it. Someone came in with just Minecraft, which is cheeky, but you know, sure, we'll see how we go.
It's valid.
But yes, nicely done. Minecraft, of course. So the horse saddle was taken out, and now it's just the same saddle as they use for pigs. Green Axolotl it was in a snapshot, it got taken out entirely. Enchanted Golden Apple was hilariously an apple and then 8 gold blocks around it, which each one was made from 9 gold ingots. And achievements, of course, 86 straight out of there and replaced with advancements, which are the exact same thing. But well picked up. And now we move on to the penultimate question of round 1, which is the water clues. Please tell me what might connect them. Here is the first. And your time is up. I'm going to just quickly announce that I've learned something, and I'm sure that Toasty Stoat is going to tell me he already knew this. Toasty, did you know that the Party Connect backend will order the answers in the order of which they were given?
Yeah,
I don't know what
I
I
think-
thought it did. But so I was trying to see if anyone had got it for 5, and I realized that everyone who went for 5 was at the very top. That is amazing.
Oh yeah.
But yes, we had a decent amount of correct answers there. The person that went for 5, unfortunately, was incorrect. But I was picking up what they were putting down. A couple of people went in for 3, though. Fastest correct answer there was Zoton, then Eris. Very, very nice. Toasty, what are these things?
Are these all Tony Hawk's games?
These are indeed Tony Hawk's games. Ride was that god awful thing from like the late 2000s that had a peripheral. It was a skateboard that just quite famously did not work. I think there's someone like I think Stop Skeletons from Fighting did a video about it. There was also Tony Hawk Shred that used a different peripheral that also did not work. But yes, these are all games that are prefaced with Tony Hawk's. Very well done, a bunch of people picking up that. Pipsqueak, Zephyr, and Overboard coming in the nick of time there. Superbly done. And finally, for the first round, I'm getting emotional. We're almost at the end of the first round already. Is the ear of wheat question. Please tell me what is the connection between these 4 clues. Here is the first. Fabulous. Your time is up. A lot of great answers here. A couple of people going for 5, and unfortunately took the bait of the ESA emotes, but these are not. I know I was supposed to read out the funniest answers. Clicky, I can't read that out, but you know what you did. But unfortunately incorrect. But we've got Plum, Awasapoa, Spansa, and Sulsul. Toasty, what are these things?
These are things that you might say if you were speaking Simlish.
Indeed, indeed. If you were in any of the Sims games, God help you. But also, these are all things that are Simlish. We missed out the obvious woohoo, of course, but I think Sulsul is pretty good there. I wanted to make sure that we had all of the other 3, and one of them had to be sacrificed. But yes, a lot of people picking up points here. Scoreboard looking pretty healthy, actually. Pretty nice. There's 3 people, I'll tell you, tied for first place right now, and we'll see that right now. Here are the current standings after round 1. So up in first place, we've got Korn et al. We've got Savo, 2 long-time Party Connect goats. And of course, we've got Lloyd. Down in 4th and 5th, we've got Megug and Macbeth on 9 points. And at 8, we've got Zoton. On 8, we've got Eris. And then on 6, we've got Zoton, Nick, Pipsqueak. And then a bunch of other goats in 10th and beyond. You can use the little arrows on the dialogue to find out where exactly you are. There's a lot of quizzing left, like a crazy amount of quizzing left. So even if you have 0 points or -1, you can still absolutely come in and win this. My mother once played an entire game of this and ended up on -1 points. You'll find out how that's possible in a moment. But yes, very, very well done. And just make sure.
Before we move on, should we talk a little bit about why we're here? I think we don't have Star because Star had to dip for a second. So I guess I'm the host now. Haha.
Oh,
well, no,
on.
not really. Because you should do it because then everyone will hear you talk about how amazing Make-A-Wish is and how you can donate.
Of course, yeah. So, the reason we're here right now, the reason this quiz exists, is because we are streaming it live on twitch.tv/ESA Marathon, because ESA was asked to be a part of Jingle Jam this year, which is very exciting. Jingle Jam is a fantastic initiative set up by the Yogscast. And it raises a crazy amount of money for charity each year. And the charity that we're raising money for specifically with this event is our friends at Make-A-Wish International. Our upcoming event, ESA Winter, that is in worryingly soon now. How long is it till ESA now? Is it 6 weeks? Toasty, I beg?
I
think it's
calendar.
2 months today is the last day, so 7 weeks.
It is 7 weeks on 8 weeks yesterday.
God, that's so soon. But yes, Jingle Jam as a whole, they raise money for a fantastic group of charities. They do Calm, they do War Child, I said earlier, they do Autistica, they do Become, they do the Wallace and Gromit Grand Appeal, they do Make-A-Wish, and they also do WWF and the Trevor Project. A lot of the people who raise money for a group of them or a few of them, and it's just great. It just raises awareness and it raises key funds for people doing amazing work. We will definitely talk more about Make-A-Wish after round 2 specifically, but yes, the Jingle Jam initiative as a whole is just a gorgeous, amazing thing, and it makes me super proud to be a part of it. And just being here, watching or donating or playing or indeed volunteering as Toasty and Star are right now, I think everyone should be super proud to be a part of this because it's a nice thing. It's a nice thing, right? But yes, going to accept these 2 extra signups as well. But I think after we've finished celebrating Savo, Korn, and Lloyd at first place a little bit more, I think we're ready to go straight into round 2. Now, round 2 is different, but don't worry, it's only a little bit different. You'll pick it up, I'm sure. So in round 2, it's the exact same sort of UI. You'll be seeing up to 3 apparently random clues, and what I need you to tell me is what comes 4th. So that is the case if you answer after 1 clue or if you answer after 3, you still have to tell me what comes 4th, not what comes next. As always, the fewer clues that you require, the more points you get. And it's the exact same thing. What's going on here? Toasty, what's going on with this example question? Tell me.
I think these are the settings of Doom episodes.
Don't start with that again.
No. No,
these
we have the Swift planet is Mercury. The morning and evening star is Venus. The blue planet, of course, is Earth, as in the documentary Blue Planet. And so next in the sequence would be
Sorry, I thought you were going to say it, and then I was going to say.
No, I was
because
waiting for
these are
you.
all what? Is it
Waiting
Mars?
for you
Yeah.
to reveal the answer.
Does that do that? Yes. There you go. So yes, this is the planets. So this is going obviously towards the sun. So it's that kind of thing, yeah. So if you see clue 1 and you know that is, for example, the 4th game in a series or something like that, or it features 4 of something, generally that's a number. It won't always be 4. It might start on 7 and move down to 4 or something like that. But yes, this round is a little bit trickier because the same as round 1. You need to, if you're guessing early, you need to anticipate what I'm thinking. If clue 1 is something that is 5, you have no way of really knowing if it's going down to 2 or up to 8. You can probably infer it, if it's talking. One of the questions we pulled from this, I hope we pulled from it, but we'll find out. Apologies if I spoil it now. Was Final Fantasy protagonists, and it was starting at number 10. And logically, it makes sense that it's going down to 7 and Cloud rather than up to whoever is the protagonist of Final Fantasy 13. Who knows? But yes, so it's a little bit more tricky, but you'll get it, I'm sure. And again, if you have to wait for an extra clue, there's no issue with that. But you only get to see 3 clues, so when that time is running out, you won't get another clue. The question will just end. So be careful. But we get our lovely little I don't even know what these are called, symbols, and we get the wonderfully cutely drawn bird question. And please tell me now what would appear 4th in this sequence of clues. Here is the first. I'm going to say this again after the question, but I will clarify. You need to tell me what comes 4th, not what is the sequence. Fabulous. Your time is up. So yeah, I will just say this quickly before we move on. I should have made it a little bit more clear. With this one, you're not trying to tell me what is the sequence or the connection. You have to tell me the actual thing that comes 4th. So in this case, the sequence is, what is the sequence, Toasty?
I believe these are Game of the Year award winners.
Indeed, these are Game of the Year award winners, and the Game of the Year awards were last week or this week. They were less than 2 weeks ago. And the winner of that was Claire Obscure Expedition 33. A few people came in quite early with Game of the Year, but I needed specifically, which is what a lot of people gave, someone to say Claire Obscure Expedition 33 or anything along those lines. Well done, Pip, Savo, Star, Korn, and Migug all coming in for 5 there. The game looks so good, and everyone says it's amazing, but I don't get on with those sort of RPG style games. And I was saying to Sophie, our friend of the quiz as well, I haven't played the first 32 expeditions, so I probably don't think I'd understand this one. But we can move.
All right, I haven't played the first 39,999 Warhammers, but I enjoyed for Warhammer 40k.
You enjoyed the latest. Well, that's good. That's all that matters. Exactly.
Yeah.
Surely
Right.
there has to have been 63 Marios, right?
There's probably been 63 Marios. Wonderful. We'll probably return to this after the fish question with a game with an even higher number in it. But for now, we will move on to the fabulous fishy questions. Please tell me what would appear 4th, not what is the sequence, what is 4th in the sequence. Here is the first. There we go. There we go. A couple people coming in with some answers I've never heard of, and I foolishly thought that answers I've not heard of would be easy to identify, and they've not been. That one's correct. Zoton2 has said "Dunno lol smack," which sadly is not correct, although I am the main character in my own life, so that might work. Pipsqueak has come in with Super Mario Galaxy and gone for 1 being the number of sequels, which is a good idea. A couple people going for this, pretty nice. Savo's correct there with Cuphead. Lloyd sadly incorrect with Silent Hill. The earliest answer there was our good friend Liam is a B, who's come in with Link's Awakening. Earliest answer there, less than 10 seconds, was my mother, who came in with KFC. And I am telling you, knowing my mother, that she meant that completely unironically, and that was a sincere guess. Sadly, not what it is. But Toasty, how can a question have so many different answers? How is Sonic maybe correct? How is Cubivore, Cuphead, and Link's Awakening all correct? What's going on?
I really struggle with this one, but it's a lot of these questions are more what is the word, more cryptic, and you have to look beyond maybe what you know about the information about these games and kind of think outside the box a little. And if you look at the words in the question, that might be a bit of a clue, because if the fourth word of the Binding of Isaac is Isaac, and the third word of New Super Mario Bros. Is Mario, and the second word of both Earthworm Jim and Beautiful Joe are Jim and Joe respectively, so
I wanted any game where the character you play as, the protagonist, is the first word, which obviously is a lot easier if it's a one-word game. We had Daxter, we had Pepsi Man, we could have had a lot of things. But yes, surprising struggle to find a game where the third word in the title is the playable character. But yes, Sonic would work, of course, like Spyro the Dragon would work, Jak and Daxter, a lot of things would work. But yes, some nice solves there. Very, very nice. Sadly, KFC, not correct answer here, but maybe for the next one. But yes, a few of these are a little bit more puzzly, a little bit more... These kinds of quiz are, I think, a very distinct skill to just knowing a lot of things. We saw that kind of exhibited at ESA when we had a lot of people that we know a very crazy amount about games struggle with a few of the questions, because just the way the information, I think, reveals itself and what players think it's asking is a little bit different. But yes, very well played there. Some people coming in with some good answers, and we will move swiftly on to the ziggurat clues. Please
just
tell
briefly,
me.
just to briefly insert, sorry, some people, of course, can't hear me and Star, but if you're listening to me and Star, that means you're goated and you're watching the Twitch chat. We're like the director's commentary over the thing here.
You buy a DVD. So for the people who are playing on Party Connect and not listen to Twitch, you just got BM'd by Toasty, who said that people who are watching on twitch.tv/ESA Marathon are goated. Didn't say anything about what that says about the Party Connect people, but I think he's trying to start a culture war. But we will move on very quickly. Please tell me what would come forth in this ziggurat sequence. Here is the first. There you go. Your time is up, and I didn't mark any of these during the actual thing because I'm an idiot. But I can quickly click through those now while I yap. But these are all the jobs of someone who has a lot of jobs. So who might be talented enough, Toasty, to be a doctor, a martial artist, a racing driver, a butcher, baker, candlestick maker?
Is it me?
Yes. It is. The answer is Toasty. Everyone who put Toasty, you're wrong, because you need to tell me Toasty's current job, which is, of course, Plumber.
Plumber.
These are all, as I think a lot of people there have identified, these are all jobs of Mario. A few people coming in. Staratar, Pipsqueak, Nick coming in for some 3-point boshes there. Fabulously done. Great stuff. And someone who was that? Saber Rider came in with a goated Pepsi Man guess. And I wish it was, but sadly not. And we will move on to the Sun question. Some great answers so far. I'm pretty happy with how this has been placed. I was worried it was either going to be too easy or all too hard, but I think things are getting like sort of a 50 to 70% get rate, so I'm feeling pretty good. But please tell me what might connect these 4 Sun clues. Don't do that. Please tell me what would come forth in this sequence of Sun clues. Here is the first. Don't worry if you went early, I've not stitched you up. And there we go. That is the end of that question. A few people coming in for 5 there. Some very great answers. Hat went in for 5 and he said, "Das Sun is high." Sadly, not what I've got here. Toasty, what is this? What is going on? Up, down, left, right.
EA start, innit?
Indeed, it is. This is the Konami
EA
code.
start.
If you came in early and you said something like left, right, I've given you the point because you clearly knew what it was, and your answer assumed that every clue would be 2 button presses, which is reasonable. If you've made it kind of clear that you know this is the Konami code, then I have given you the points. Very, very well done. I think Pipsqueak mentioned right at the top of this that they were going to put in the Konami code and get loads of points, and that is what happened. So very, very nice there. Pip picking themselves up 5 fabulous points.
Do you know the game that originated the Konami code?
I do. I'm going to let you say it because I'm not 100% sure on the pronunciation.
Gradius.
I would have said
Gradius.
Gradius and been done in the head. So I'm glad. Yes. Do you know what it did in Gradius 3?
No, tell me.
The same as the nude code did in Tomb Raider 2.
Oh, wow. It made Vic Viper nude.
Yes. Obviously in the first 2 games, you got, what was it, 30 lives and a bunch of power-ups and things. And if you hit the up, down, and so on in Gradius 3, your ship blows up. Not ideal, not friendly, but yes, pretty nice. Wonderfully done there. So the Konami code, for you old heads, turns 40 next year. Gradius is 1986. And now we've caused some existential crises. Let's move on swiftly to the lovely water question, second to last question of this round. Please tell me what might come forth in this sequence of clues. Here is the first. Fabulous. So that questions time is up. I'm going to... Right, this has only affected like 2 people. So I'm going to be generous because I'm a lovely, benevolent fellow. Which means Overboiled, you have splathed your way into 3 points there. That technically I think is incorrect. but it's fine. So these are Red Dead Redemption 2. Very, very recently went onto this list. That used to be Mario Kart.
Battlegrounds?
Yeah, sorry, it was PUBG, and then that got overtaken by Mario Kart 8 and Deluxe. And then they've both been overtaken somehow by Red Dead Redemption 2, because this is the list of the top 4 best-selling games of all time. Some sources claim Tetris because some early figures were insanely high, and some estimates put all versions of Tetris shared at something like 520 million units. And I mean, what? Why would like post-Soviet, late Soviet companies have a reason to lie about their numbers? Very, very well picked up there. So if you did put Tetris, I gave you the point because you clearly knew what was going on, and there are a lot of people who do believe it is Tetris, so that's fair enough. If you went for Minecraft, then you also got that one as well. Nicely done. And move on to the Ear of Wheat question, the last question of this sort of format. Then after this, we've got the final 2 rounds, but they're nothing like this. So here we go. Expect to see some fabulous 5-point boshes here. Best of luck. Please tell me what will come forth. Here is the first. The end of that one. I like how we've reached the like level in the despair pipeline where a few of these answers just say I don't know, and like personally appealing to me, referring to me by name. Sadly not though. It's not set of 3 smack I don't play poker. Unfortunately, we've had some good answers here, some incorrect answers, unfortunately, but we did have a very, very fast 5-second or 6.9 second answer there from Staratar 3. Again, I've not played the first 2. But yes, indeed, Staratar, what are these things?
The highest scoring hand in Balatro.
Indeed, and what is the correct answer? What is the highest scoring base hand in Balatro?
Flush 5.
Indeed, it is. It is a 5 of a kind, but with everything the same suit. Indeed, a flush 5, only really achievable in Balatro, where you can get the 138 of clubs and so on. But yes, wonderfully done. A few people there going the other way and going down to things like 2-pair full house, but sadly not. But now we'll move back to the scoreboard, and amazingly, my goat Savo and Cornetau, still nothing to separate them other than like a time-based tiebreaker, but that doesn't count. Corn and Savo tied up there on 28. Lloyd on 26, Migug 24, Staratar 3, my goat on 21. Does Staratar 2 and 1 have points? Like,
I think one of them has 2 points, but because my Wi-Fi cut,
nice.
I got put back in Staratar 3.
Staratar 3, legendary. But
so
yes.
These points are all from round 2.
Superb.
It's quite the comeback.
Well, indeed, yeah. It says plus 40 on the thing. Top 3 stay where they are, but Lloyd obviously falling a little bit well behind. But that gives us Toasty, don't you think? Another little break to talk about, well, not just Toasty and Star, another chance to talk about our fabulous folks at Make-A-Wish. Who wants to go first? I can go first. I can yap for ages.
Yeah, you should go first because then everyone will hear you.
Oh yeah, true. Yes, I've forgotten the only one who's broadcasting both to Party Connect and to the stream. Yes, so Make-A-Wish are a fantastic organization that have been going for years and years, granting wishes for critically ill children around the world. Make-A-Wish International, who we specifically partner with, are just the outside of the US branch of Make-A-Wish, and they do amazing work. It's all sorts of things. It's, you know, it's dream holidays, it's trips to Disneyland, it's meeting favorite singers, it's all things like that. My little brother was a Make-A-Wish kid, and the work that they do and the passion and everything is incredible. We have our own Make-A-Wish rep who is called April. She's fantastic. She's one of the most passionate and involved people that I've ever met in the charity space. She'll be at ESA Winter. If you are coming along, do talk to her. She is just full of facts and knowledge and good vibes, and she's always happy for people to get involved and help out. She messaged me randomly one day, like, how far are you from the Mojang offices? We might have a photo up, just because she knew I was a photographer that was keen to help out. Unfortunately, the answer for that was quite far. But she is so fantastic, and she's on the ESA Discord. She's always milling around, always happy to chat. And yeah, the stuff that Make-A-Wish does is just amazing. Their use of their network, and again, you know, I know Dylan J. Fox mentioned it. John Cena had his last match last night, and he's granted over 650 wishes, which is considerably more than anyone else. Just an absolute goat. And yeah, the impacts that these things have on the people that they're for, and also the families around them, even just things like making memories, is like completely beyond invaluable. And again, I said it at the end of the last round as well, but it's a very proud thing to be even a very tiny cog in such a wonderful machine. So thank you so much for playing. Thank you so much for hanging out. And yeah, please continue to play this. It'd be a bit strange if everyone dropped off after round 2, but start out, I mean, you'd be in for a win, I think. But next up, we've got the connecting wall, which is nothing like the first 2 rounds, but in a way, it's just like the first 2 rounds, so don't you worry. So in round 3, oh God, look at all that. So in round 3, you will be given 2.5 minutes to sort 16 jumbled clues into 4 connecting groups, and then 1 minute to provide connections for each of the 4 groups. So you click it like this. When you find a group of 4, it will ping to the top like that, and it will lock. If it doesn't do that, you've got it wrong. Even if there's 4 things you recognize in that group, there must be a 5th, and one of the ones you have clicked is wrong. There will be some groups where you'll have things that slot into multiple categories, and so you just have to sort of cycle through them if you recognize, or try and move on to a different group. Every group you can find for me is worth 1 point. So you do that first. You can solve the grid, and then when you do that, you get up to 4 points. If you can then give me all 4 of the connections after, then you get another 4 points. And if you do get all 4 groups and all 4 of the connections, you get an extra 2 points, for 10 points overall. There is only one accepted solution, as I said. So if you think, well, hang on, I know these 4 things are all Toasty Stoat's favorite foods, then there must be a 5th Toasty Stoat favorite food in there, and one of the things you have belongs to a different group. But there is only one solution where it is truly 4 in each category. You have 20 incorrect guesses, after which it will freeze the grid. So you can get it wrong 19 times, but I would recommend not doing that. Just get it right the first time. And of course, all gaming related things, some of them, you know, might be games, might be genres, might be characters. To be frank, I can't remember. But once, either once you solve the grid or once it ends, it will do this. I'll ask you for the groups, and yeah, be careful that the order they show in on your screen might not be how the order in which it asks you for them. So be careful there. But as Dale Winton, God rest his soul, would say, bring on the wall. Your 2.5 minutes starts now. Fabulous. The time is up, and let us quickly resolve the wall into its 4 groups. If you didn't do it, you can earn additional points now by identifying what the connection is for each group. So let's start with the blue group there, which is Siren, Berserker, Soldier, Hunter. What connects them? Your time is up there. These are all Borderlands classes. This has been the first time where they've come in faster than I can mark them. Hold up, give me a second. Yes, very nice. Siren, Lilith. I forgot the other name, so I don't know why I started saying that. But yes, Siren, Hunter, Berserker, Soldier. Wonderfully done. And
Lilith,
next,
Roland, Mordecai.
Rigby.
Rick.
No.
No. Rick.
And then Goro,
Rick.
Lord Garmadon, Machamp, Rani the Witch. Great. So some fantastic answers here. We've got Macbeth, who I presume is Mizzo, who's submitted a word I can't say on stream, but he preceded it with forearmed, so it's enough to get the points. Indeed, Savos hit me with 4 big, chunky, sexy arms, and also that's their answer. So fabulously done there. Yeah, forearmed monstrosities. I mean, there's a lot going on here. Indeed. Pip has gone ideal partners with those 4 arms. I shan't ask. But yes, indeed. A lot of people picking that up, a few people stumbling, but that always happens. And then next up is this lovely red magenta thing group. Boomer, Jockey, Tank, Spitter.
I hope to God somebody's put slurs for particular generations.
Sadly no one has, but I will tell you that a couple people fell in the hole and said Left 4 Dead 2 Special Infected for the other question, because there was Hunter, which is in both obviously, but no one said Borderlands classes for this one. But these are all, of course, the Left 4 Dead Special Infected. Very well done. A lot of people picking that up. Someone gave me the answer of I don't know, and I'm pretty sure that person said Left 4 Dead Special Infected for the Borderlands one, which is unfortunate. But that's where we'll clear that off. And then the final group, this lovely sort of, what is that, turquoise teal, maybe? Nemesis, Jack Baker, El Gigante, and Verdugo. Couple people saying they're all voiced by the same voice actor. I don't think so. I don't think Verdugo really has a voice. But a lot of people going in. Zoton's gone for forms of something, brackets. Yes, Jack is a form. I mean, an action, I suppose, as well. Pip has gone for Nightmare Blunt Rotation, which I quite like. But a lot of people have gone for Resident Evil antagonists, idiots. Macbeth has gone Resident Evil bad, and then that same word that I can't say on, well, I can say it on stream, but only once. Resident Evil big bad bosses. Sluggo said something Resident Evil, which is enough for me. Very, very nice. These are all, of course, Resident Evil bosses, enemies, or sub-boss, however you'd say it. And now we will look at the scoreboard after round 3.
Oh, before we do that, Spike, this is a good time because it's Resident Evil related. If you can hear me in the Twitch chat, that means you're on the Twitch chat, and therefore you can find out what is coming up on our kind of run toward the finish. We are getting there, but we are not done yet. You can type !schedule to see the runs that we have after this, and I believe there's going to be Resident Evil 5 after this. Are you gonna stick around and do comms for that, Smack?
I think I might. I'm considering it. The fabulous runner, Trance, who is a fantastic Resident Evil runner in general, an amazing content creator, fabulous runner, very, very generous, just all round goated dude, has said that I could. Doing this has made me incredibly hungry, and I don't want to stick around and be really annoying and just like, but I may well. You may well see more of me. I will let you know how my review of the Twitch chat goes, and then if I get the impression that more people will watch if I gel on, then I might not. But no, I mean, yeah,
I imagine.
I will probably.
I imagine that you will. I imagine that you will, because I know that joining for a Resident Evil 5 run and contributing absolutely no gameplay whatsoever is like your favorite thing to do.
Indeed, that is true. I am. I'll be 2 events in a row of ESA of being present with my voice at an ESA Resident Evil run that's goated and just not doing anything. My one concern is I'm not going to know what to do if I can't follow Yatagami's backside for 2 hours. But who knows? We'll work it out, I'm sure. But yeah. Yes, if you're not, do check out the RE5 run after this if you are watching on TTV/ESA Marathon. As I said, the runner is a goated dude. The run is great. His run is good. But it's potentially going to be world record, actually. That's the skill level that he's at. Concerning, because depending on the category, it might be my world record he'll take, but we'll see. I'm going to check that during the final round. But yes, it's just going to be fabulous, fabulous stuff. And we will quickly just check the scoreboard. And the lovely goats, Savo and Corn et al., have both racked up 10 points each there. So going into the final round, it's still all absolutely tied at the top. I mean, but yeah, there's plenty of quiz left. Even still, you can get a lot of points in this last round. But very well done. A lot of amazing scores here. A lot of great scores. It's surprisingly hard to score even like 3 points on this. If it's your first time, sort of really being able to compute the clues and stuff is very, very tricky. But we'll go straight into the next round, and then we'll talk about our lovely charity friends after this. Round 4 is a different beast. Toasty, would you like to explain it?
Sure, yeah. So in Missing Vowels, you will see a phrase like this, and you'll have to infer what the phrase is, except we've taken the vowels out of it, and we have squashed all the what are they called, spaces into different places. So Party Connect becomes Party Connect, the server that we're on right now. Smack, you should warn people though about spelling, because it's very important to be precise.
Yes. So, I ate that chip too fast, and now I'm in pain.
Oh, that's why you wanted me to explain. Yes, okay.
Indeed. So yes, the thing with this round is this is a lot easier to play if you're in person and you can buzz and speak. As Toasty has very correctly said, you'll see the clues, the spaces will be randomized, and the vowels will be gone. I need you to type in what that answer would be if the spaces were in the correct place and the vowels were there. This is not marked by me. This is marked by the system, and it is just doing a string check what you've typed against what the answer is. So if the answer is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas and you type Grand Theft Auto San Andres, I know you know what that is, but the game will mark you as wrong. So be very careful. You are on a sort of timer. It's not that strict at all. You have plenty of time to type what you're thinking. There's no benefit to being fastest. If you get a correct answer on this, you gain a point. If you get an answer wrong, you lose a point. And if you get all, so there's 4 in each category, and there's 3 categories here. If you get all 4, you get a bonus point to move you to 5. And that is the story of how my mother ended one of these on -1. She got nothing for the entire quiz, got a neg on this round, and then rage quit. So she ended up with -1. It was, I can't remember which episode it was now, but yes, we do love Sal in this chat. But superb. And we've just got, so you get the connections up front. The clues come in connected groups of 4, and the first category is classic Twitch emotes. So you'll see the clue and just type in what the Twitch emote is, hit enter, you'll be fine. I trust you, I believe in you. Here is the first. Of course, starting off a little bit more tame, it's a classic, iconic Kappa. Like Gradius, I don't know if it's Franco's or Franco Z. I think it's Franco Z, right? But yeah. Me when I haven't finished a quiz and it's in 10 minutes. Bible thump. The goat, of course, Serious Sloth. Next up is a console and its best-selling game. PlayStation and Gran Turismo. Xbox and Halo 2. Game Boy and Tetris. Wow. Dreamcast and of course Sonic Adventure. What else but Coconut Mall? Moo Moo Meadows. Maple Treeway. Just want to have a little bit of a shout out in Twitch chat for Space Fuzzy, who said, "Chloe, I'm too stupid." Typos all over there, unfortunately. But of course, if you're playing Mario Kart, what is always the final track? Of course, none other. She's gorgeous. She's iconic. She's Rainbow Road. Very, very well done. If you're playing on the Party Connect interface now, it's going to tell you. It's going to give you the option to donate to either the streamer or to the guy that runs the website. Feel free to not click all that off and donate all your money to Make-A-Wish because we are just, what is the amount now? Is it 70? We are 74 Twitches in 1p. 74 of the King's English pounds away from raising a fantastic £2,000 for our charity partners at Make-A-Wish, which is a crazy, crazy amount. Please donate, please give generously, as I said, and will continue to say to anyone who ever dares to ask. The work that Make-A-Wish do is so crucial and more important than people who are on the outside, I think, could ever really understand, which I think is for the best, I suppose. But Make-A-Wish and the stuff they do is truly, truly incredible. And as I said, being a small part of that, which you can be right now just by donating, is one of the most amazing feelings in the world. Why not? If providing you didn't score beyond your own means, donate your score, which is pretty cheap day for you if you're pretty bad. But if you go onto twitch.tv/ESA Marathon, type exclamation mark to donate in chat, you get all the links and things. Whatever score you got in pounds, fire that in as a donation. No amount of money that we raise here could ever truly sort of repay and justify the amount of work that they do and the impact that it has on real, genuine human lives of people just like us. And if you are particularly smart, brain box, clever pants, and you scored over 35, or you want to donate over 35 anyway, you get, as I mentioned at the top of the quiz, the I nearly said the Party Connect bundle, the Jingle Jam game bundle, which features 15 fabulous goated Steam games, which I've not sunk my teeth into just yet, but I'm going to, mainly because I've been panicking over hosting this quiz. But I'm going to give that a try, and you should too. As I said, 15 games for 35 quid is an unbelievable steal. You get a bunch of discounts and free things from other sites as well, from other partners of Jingle Jam. But yeah, more importantly, thank you for watching. Thank you for being in chat. Thank you for donating. And Startart and Toasty, thank you for holding my little hands through this as well. We had good fun.
Hey, thank you. I've enjoyed this. And one last shout out, of course, to Chris at Party Connect for making this platform, which we don't just use for ESA events. We also do occasionally host our own kind of more general quizzes on there. If you enjoyed playing this and you want to kind of taste a little bit more, there is a general knowledge Christmas quiz coming up later tonight.
Mm-hmm. That is being hosted by someone who, going into the final round, was in second place, I will say as well. That is our good friend.
Can we pull the scoreboard up?
We'll pull the scoreboard in just a sec. We've got to keep him here just for a minute. But yes, very, very well done all round. And as I said, yes, this website is great. It's ran by someone who does it all, for donations. And pays for all the hosting and everything himself. I'm pretty happy it didn't break. I think this is the most players that there's ever been on here. But yes, the top four were, what was it? Savo, Cornetal, Migug, Staratar going into the final round. And
just before you reveal the scores, can I do one last thing? Smack, are you okay to put the dono link in the Party Connect chat? Because we have it in the Twitch chat, but just in case the Party Connect people don't have access to see that.
Yes. I will drop that. Yes, for anyone who is oh goodness, that's a big old link. For anyone, yes, who is not able to join the Twitch chat, if you're on a phone or something, I'll drop that. That is the link to donate. You do it through Tiltify. It's pretty convenient, pretty fast. And as I said, just literally £5 is the most amazing help in the world. £35, you can get a bunch of games and things that will keep you going until the next time we do this. You could easily play like one game a month. But it's fabulously done. And again, yes, please do give generously because Jingle Jam is amazing. I was going to say ESA is the best thing in the world. It is. Make-A-Wish is the best thing in the world. Just help us out. We're cooking. But let's find out who is victorious. Here we go. Here's the final standings. And of course, none other friend of the quiz, friend of the website, friend of ESA, friend of everybody.
Scroll left.
The quickest fingers in the internet. Very, very well done, Savo. I don't know if you can see that on there.
Can you scroll through the scores?
I don't think I can. Oh wait, it should reset there though.
There you go. Whoa, slowly, let people see.
There we go. Fabulous. Very nice. Savo, amazing. 53 points is absurd. Very, very nicely done. But Savo plays a lot of these. Savo comes and hangs out in our Discord and things. A well-deserved win. Korn, Migug, Staratar, Lloyd, Nick, everyone up here getting a lot of go-to scores. Overboard as well. Hangs out, does a lot of these. We've got a bunch of goats here. Macbeth, who is the other fabulous host. Mizzo, of course. Eris, who we just saw do that gorgeous, amazing Sponge Glock SquarePants run. Our good friend Randoms, and I wouldn't like to guess how many underscores because I'm sure they've got it as a set amount. But yeah, just a lot of goats. Zoton, of course, just amazing people here. And as I said, why not donate your score? Because that's fun. And then you get the joy of having done a good thing for charity and the joy of 15 games. I don't know I don't think I've played 15 games total in the past 10 years. That will literally keep you going for the rest of your life. Probably. Asterisk. But yes, very, very amazing. Thank you so much. This was a lot of fun. Thank you for playing. Thank you for hanging out in chat. And thank you in advance for your generous donations for our beautiful, beautiful charity partners at Make-A-Wish. I think we're all done. If you want to pull us dead, whoever's the tech host person.
I am.
I've no other plugs. Thank you for joining.
Thank you very much. Stick around for Resident Evil 5.